Hello there, thanks a lot for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and today it's Louis Satchmo Armstrong, just as the poster says, in one of simply the most gorgeous vintage concert posters, certainly pre-rock and roll, that you will ever feast your eyes upon. Just look at the colors here and the graphics. A stunningly beautiful concert poster. You got a colorized photograph of Louis, a wonderful variety of type fonts, dazzling array of colors. Boy, just a textbook example of a tour blank being put to good use. I mean, so okay, this is from Portland, Oregon, as I'll show you at the top in a minute. Can you imagine, the concert promoter in Portland hiring a local graphic artist and he or she coming up with this? And then it being used for just one show or even 1 week of shows. Nope, that's not the way the concert poster and printing business worked. Louis' manager, Joe Glaser, who's mentioned twice on the poster, by the way, based at 30 Rock in New York City, he had this designed and used for years, understandably, all through World War II. And of course they were printed by the many thousands with the white area up top completely blank, so it could be filled in from city to city. But boy, what a job that was done. This is, I think, the only concert poster I've ever seen, or certainly blogged, that looks like a movie poster. I mean, that much care and beauty went into it. Just amazing. So it is such an exception. I don't usually do this with the smaller standard window cards, but let's come in for even a closer look at this gem. I'll get to the venue box up top in just a moment, but first, boy, feast your eyes on the top half of the permanent portion of this poster. Wow. Upper left corner, Joe Glaser presents The King of the Trumpet. Now, it is kind of interesting how the poster's designer decided to go for sort of a cluttered look right around here. They sort of mixed together that trumpet coat of arms with a bunch of double stars. So, not complaining in the least, but, maybe that could have been a little less cluttered. I don't know, but it's, the whole overall effect is still gorgeous, absolutely. Then you've got that endearing photo of Satchmo against the sky blue background, and his gold trumpet there really jumping out. And then his name, just presented so artistically. Boy, this thing has classiness all the way down to the very fine print. First of all, it says, "and his great orchestra" there, and then star of stage, screen, and radio. Now, right about this time, Louis started filming a major motion picture, a musical romance called New Orleans, featuring Billie Holiday. Then on the lower right, you've got Decca recording artists, and Louis was actually right in the middle of at least a 20-year run on Decca. But what's really weird? He had been charting, records on Billboard's regular mainstream record charts since like the mid-1920s. But this very year, 1945, Louis made his first appearance on Billboard's Race Records chart, later known, of course, as their R&B chart. His song, "I Wonder," hit number 3 in the spring of this year. So, naturally, I wonder, play on words, why that didn't happen more often, and, or why it hadn't happened before. It's really a puzzler. And he would only do it twice more, by the way. Then you've got Glaser's managerial credit down there in the very bottom center. And even that's impressive. It's in a catchy font that is found nowhere else on the poster and is in orange ink to boot. And then finally in the extreme lower left, you've got Litho in USA. Now to the venue box and the black type that was stripped in just for this show. McElroy's, a ballroom at 4th and Main in Portland. Thursday, October 18th. Kind of funny how they put the numerals so huge on here, and even weird how the 1 is bigger than the 8. So, advance tickets on sale, Madrona Radio and Record Shop, 538 Broadway. For table reservations, call Webster 3440, back in the days of 6-digit phone numbers. And then finally, an S. Duke presentation, Shirley, the local promoter. So, if you've seen enough of these, vintage concert poster tour blanks, you can certainly appreciate the layout here with upwards of half a dozen different fonts and type styles used in there. So one thing that's really fun about doing a video blog on a tour blank is I usually have 1 or 2 other examples up my sleeve to show you, and this is no exception. And the ones I'll show you span 5 calendar years. So this one is from 1945. Let's jump back 4 years to not only 1941, but how about just 2 days after the Pearl Harbor attack? Wow, talk about, wonder what was said from the stage that night. Take a look at this. You've seen the bottom part. So there's the venue up there. It does say Parker Auditorium in Minot, North Dakota. Tuesday, December 9th. As I said, 2 days after December 7th of 1941. 2 big events. You've got the show from 7:30 to 9, and admission was just 55 cents. That's funny because the Portland poster I'm showing you has no ticket prices at all. And then on the right side, the dance is from 9:30 to 1, and admission is the odd amount of $1.15. So fun, right? Okay, so then 2 years later, after this, I should say 1943, feast your eyes on this one, and you've seen, of course, the color portion coming in, and your eyes are not deceiving you. This is a Negro dance. It's a segregated Louis Armstrong show from Thanksgiving week, 1943 in Charlotte, North Carolina. Wow, just amazing. Wow. And the smaller print there in the venue box, it does say admission is advance $1, at the door $1.25, and white people, I guess, were not allowed to dance, but if they wanted to spectate, watch, it cost them 75 cents. And tickets were being sold at a smoke shop, a drugstore, and a hat shop. So boy, what a poster, right? And what a musician. I mean, heavens, Ken Burns' highly respected jazz documentary, that long miniseries, called Satchmo, the greatest musician that America has ever produced. So you know what Louis would think of that, by the way? Well, I'll tell you what, this poster is from 1945, so let's look at a photograph of Louis from 1945 and get his reaction to that. I wonder what he might have thought of that lofty title. Well, how about this? Isn't that something else? Boy, I'll tell you, besides a great musician, he was an all-around entertainer. Wow, what a fabulous guy and poster. Just amazing. World War II. My goodness, wow. Thanks a lot for dropping by today. This was loads of fun. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again for something soon. Bye-bye.